Welcome to Comparative VPN YouTube channel. Today's video will be an in-depth review of VPNHub. VPNHub is a VPN provider known for its strong resemblance of a very popular adult website, PornHub, which incidentally is the company behind this virtual private network. Launched in 2018, VPNHub aims to deliver rock-solid security, impenetrable privacy, and decent performance to users who want to enjoy browsing the web anonymously. When it started, VPNHub offered a free plan with unlimited bandwidth, but today that's not the case. Instead, this is a full-fledged premium VPN that you need to pay for in order to use it on desktop platforms. But then, this begs another question: should you buy VPNHub? Or perhaps, is VPNHub any good? Well, I'll give you a little spoiler and tell you that it's not very good, and because of that, I'm going to give you two VPN alternatives at the end of our VPNHub review that are much better than this VPN. Before I do that, however, make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to be notified whenever we publish a new VPN review like this one. Let's start this VPNHub review by talking about applications and ease of use. VPNHub supports a couple of platforms that include Windows, iOS, Android, Mac, Amazon TV and Android TV. You will say that this is not a bad choice of platforms, but when you consider that ExpressVPN and CyberGhost support even routers, web browsers and other platforms, this is not too impressive. What's also not too impressive is the fact that you get 5 simultaneous connections in a single account. Once again, this is not better than average. Let's check the application now. You can see that it looks decent and minimalistic, which I like, and this dark theme will help you save your eyes a little. To connect to the server you want, you need to click here to open the server list, double click on the location you want and then click on this connection button to establish a connection to the VPN server located in this country. After the connection is established, you can click on disconnect to stop the connection. If you want to check different settings, all you have to do is click here on this gear icon above, and this brings us to the next part of our VPNHub review, security and privacy. Is VPNHub safe and secure? Well, let's see. The provider claims to use 256-bit encryption to secure your connection, which is also known as military-grade encryption, and we can see that in the app as well. I like the addition of a kill switch, which is mandatory for staying secure online, but I found quite disappointing that IP and DNS leak protection isn't there, and this is a fatal flaw for a premium VPN like this one. In the connection tab, we can see two VPN protocols, IKEv2 and OpenVPN, and these are the most basic protocols you can get. Don't get me wrong, I prefer OpenVPN over any other protocol, but WireGuard and protocols based on this protocol are getting quite popular due to great performance and security. In other words, I would love to see WireGuard in this application as well. If you choose OpenVPN, for example, you can choose the level of encryption you want to use and change from 256 CBC or 128 CBC. Furthermore, you can choose the option Scramble that adds obfuscation capability to OpenVPN to be able to bypass censorship, which, as you can guess, doesn't work really well. Given that in the security department, VPNHub isn't going to blow you away, it's that time of the review when we check the privacy policy. Let's start with VPNHub's location. Logically, it's operated by PornHub, which is a Canadian company, but the headquarters of VPNHub is actually in Cyprus. However, PornHub developed VPNHub with the help of Atomic, and this company is based in Cyprus as well. But VPNHub's servers are located in the US, which means that your data will be processed according to the US legislation, and this is bad news because the US is a founding member of the Five Eyes Alliance, a group of countries responsible for data collection and surveillance. In the privacy policy, we can see that VPNHub will store basic information, such as your email, payment method and stuff like that. But when you use the application, there's quite a lot of information that is stored on VPNHub servers. For example, a unique mobile ID, operating system, browser type, network information, IP address in an anonymized form, usage data, etc. etc. We don't like the fact that your IP address is stored, even though VPNHub claims to store it as long as your VPN session lasts. I also don't like that VPNHub says we and our third-party service providers, which means that this information is shared between this company and other third-party companies, and this is confirmed in this paragraph where VPNHub says it's willing to collect, use and share your data with these companies. This is a long privacy policy, so we won't go through the whole document, but this is far from being a no-logging policy, even though it doesn't store info about your online activities, DNS queries and stuff like that. Moving on with the VPNHub test and review, let's perform a couple of speed tests to determine how good the VPN is in terms of speeds. What you see on the screen is my native internet speed, so I will use two servers to test VPNHub and see how big the speed reduction will be. One server will be located in Bulgaria, which is very close to my real location, and then I will use the server in the United States, which is very far from me, just to see how well VPNHub performs in several locations. As you can see, I'm already connected to the VPN server in Bulgaria, so let's revisit the speed test website and initiate the speed test. The results are on the screen and I can say that they're pretty mediocre. The speed reduction is noticeable, although my ping retained a relatively low value. Now I'm connected to the server in the United States, so once again I will revisit the speed test website and initiate the speed test for the last time. This time the results are a lot worse, and on the US server my speeds decreased significantly, with the ping hitting 200 milliseconds, which is not great for gaming, streaming or simply browsing the web. All in all, VPNHub will not impress you with the speeds it offers, especially on long distance servers where it shows how slow it is. ExpressVPN is a much better choice in this regard. In the next part of our VPNHub review, we need to perform a streaming test and see if you can unblock different streaming platforms regardless of your location. I will use Netflix and BBC iPlayer in this review. For Netflix, I will use the US catalog and I will try to find and unblock the movie Batman the Killing Joke, which is available exclusively in the US and I can't find it, as you can see on the screen, after which I will connect to the UK server and I will try to watch BBC iPlayer. As you can see, I'm now connected to the same US server, so let's refresh the page. And surprisingly, Batman the Killing Joke is really here, which means that VPNHub works with Netflix US. Let's try to watch the movie though. And as you can see, it works flawlessly, but I'm stopping the footage to prevent any copyright claims. I'm now disconnected from the US server, so let's try to watch BBC iPlayer. And of course, I get a geo-restriction message because I'm not located in the UK. But let's connect to the UK server now. And then let's refresh the page. And after refreshing the page, as you can see, I get the same geo-restriction message, which means that BBC iPlayer doesn't work. And after the streaming test, VPNHub did okay at best because it works with Netflix US, but ultimately fails to unblock BBC iPlayer. This means that it's not a recommended VPN for streaming, especially because it doesn't offer great performance and speeds. In this part of our VPNHub review, we need to talk about the server network, which VPNHub hides and never mentions on the website. This is because the server network is, once again, nothing to write home about. The VPN offers 1000 plus servers in 60 locations, not countries, and as expected, the server distribution is not very good either. It offers servers in the most popular countries like the US, UK, Canada and Australia, and some quote-unquote less popular countries are on the list like Costa Rica, Latvia and Estonia. But with 1000 servers, you can't expect VPNHub to cover the half of our planet. In case you have any VPN related issues with VPNHub, you can contact the provider's customer support that's not going to be available 24/7. So yeah, a live chat isn't here, as you can guess. Instead, there's only one method of contacting VPNHub, and that is by submitting a request and hoping to get a response in less than a few hours, which is sometimes the case. I must be honest and admit that the customer support team is far from being the fastest, but when it comes to helpfulness, I can't complain too much because when I ask for a refund, they complied without asking too many questions. If you want to buy this VPN, this part of our VPNHub review and test will tell you how much this VPN costs, and the short answer is a lot. Just look at the monthly plan, $14, easily more expensive than ExpressVPN, CyberGhost and NordVPN. The yearly plan is priced at $7 a month or $83.88 upfront, and the most popular 3-year plan will cost you $349 a month or $125 upfront. Not to mention that all plans are covered by a 96-hour money-back guarantee, so you have just 4 days to test out the VPN. I won't waste your time as you can clearly see prices on the screen. Now, if you check out CyberGhost's pricing, you will see that it's a lot cheaper, yet offers 7000 servers in 90 countries, 24/7 support, great speeds, dedicated streaming and P2P servers, a true no-logging policy and much stronger security. Another cheaper VPN is surprisingly ExpressVPN, and it's much better than both VPNHub and CyberGhost, offering 3000 servers in 94 countries, the fastest speeds on the market, verified no-logging policy, 24/7 support, rock-solid security, and even works with dozens of Netflix catalogs and streaming platforms where VPNHub fails miserably. Since these two VPNs are quite better and cost less, I left links to both of them in the description below, so check them out and claim special discounts on their long-term plans. So let's conclude our VPNHub review and test. You already know what I'm going to say. Do not buy this VPN, first and foremost because it's very expensive, and second because it's not secure, it doesn't have a no logging policy, doesn't offer great speeds, has no 24/7 support, won't unblock a great deal of streaming platforms, and doesn't support many devices. For that reason, I strongly recommend getting CyberGhost or ExpressVPN instead, save a lot of money, and even get a 45 or 30-day money-back guarantee respectively, which allows you to get a full refund at any time and not lose a single dollar. With that said, this was all for today's video. We hope you liked it, and if you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to our channel, and stay with us because many more VPN reviews are coming very soon. See you in the next video. Bye.